Well, good day, family. Lighting is good. And we're gonna start early tonight. And yeah, we're gonna finish early. We're gonna read, we're gonna get done with this. Let me see, where's my book first? Right there. It's so good to see you. I hope everyone had a wonderful day today. I hope you didn't get too under with everything that's going on, too distracted or anything like that. Just be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself, Black America. Everybody's in unprecedented times. Everybody, not just us. Everybody's in unprecedented times. We ain't never seen nothing like this before, except for in the movies. Yeah. And I suggest we look for them glasses that dude had on in that movie They Live. Because we need to take the glasses off. Oh no, I think that's the wrong thing. But it's so good to see y'all, and I was gonna move back in there, but then I got in late, and this is kind of different, and it's a different, vibe. No, it's just like a clean slate, nothing on the walls. And tonight we are reading Michael Eric Dyson, Tears We Cannot Stop, a sermon to white America. And my brother, Michael Eric Dyson, he is so righteous. I would say he's righteous. He's very pro-life. He's not bitter. He's not, he tells it like it is. He's very firm and frank in his telling, unapologetic, I would say. However, he is still affectionate and kind and forgiving. You can see that, he is. And that's him. That's my brother. He's a minister also. And myself, on the other hand, I am not. We're on chapter 3. I believe, give me a moment, because I feel like I'm still got some sleep in my eyes, honey. But we're on chapter 3. About white gifts innocence. Oh, honey, you're going to have to come on in here. Come on. You got to come on. I don't want you around here. As long as I got a pot of soil anyway. All right, let's get this reading on the page. I was just saying, as long as I got a pot of soil in here, he came wrong free. So, yeah, I got my book here. I'm going to do the copyright disclaimer. I think I'm going to try to do it off the top again. Oh, and we got to. Thank you so much. Good day, Hank. Good day. It's so good to see you. Let me take these off so I can read a little bit here. It's so good to see you. It's been a few minutes. I hope all is well with you and yours. And everybody staying safe, because everybody got to do what they got to do. Yeah. Everybody got to do what they got to do to make sure, you and yours going to be okay. You're going to be taken care of and stuff wherever you at. Because everybody is involved in some kind of way, directly, indirectly, knowingly, unknowingly. We all in these uncharted waters and stuff. So I want to just go and get to reading. And I have seen 2 or 3 come and go, and that's fine with me. So, yeah, I want to go ahead and get started reading. I will come back, and get some shout outs But yeah, for the most part, let's just get the fundamentals out the way. And there I go. I don't think I remember. Let me see. Copyright disclaimer under 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news report, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair uses are use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. I think I got everything, but maybe one or two words. But yeah, and I don't know where I put it at all. I'm gonna read it off real fast just to make sure. And yeah, I try to do things by the book. Copyright disclaimer under 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news report, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And remember, I tried to memorize it once before, but I wasn't having no luck with it. I just didn't have it in a perspective where I broke down them words and stuff that's out of my vocabulary. It's not my day-to-day communicating, talking, my day-to-day conversation, and it's all totally different. That's why I'm running across so many words that I don't use and stuff. And that's wonderful. That is beautiful, honey. All that right there is part of upgrading our mindset, upgrading my mindset. I see it as a positive. It's all potential. It's all positive. It's all prosperity, abundance to me. I don't know. I guess if you reach that educational pinnacle, these words are, like an everyday part of your life and your communicating and, with other people and stuff, but you're conversating and stuff. But for some of us and stuff, what we beginning to learn and stuff is like almost foreign. It's almost foreign. It can be a little intimidating sometimes, especially with reading. And I love to read. And, and I guess putting yourself out there on some level, it could be it's a little intimidating and stuff. And it could be, you can have a little, I'm gonna have to just back off for a minute or two and then approach it again and stuff, and yeah, it is. This right here is. But if you sincere with this and you got a purpose and this is one of the routes, then you have to find your peace with it. I do have to find my peace with it and stuff, because it's not all bad for me and stuff. I'm just here to read. I'm just here to read to my people, talk to us, and let us know that our feelings and our thoughts are valid, honey. If anybody got anything to say about anything, and it should be said, it's us. You ain't got to hold back nothing else. All these decades, these years of your life that you've been holding back what you really wanted to say and how you really feel about us and this whole dynamic with white America that we've gone through. And now we're going through a new dynamic with other people that are seemingly, knowingly, openly above us also. So yeah, if you need to get those things out and stuff, go ahead and do it. I don't care if it's going to be a comic book or what have you. Go ahead and do it, because it's needed. Today, we need everything. We need everything. I wish I liked to cook. Honey, I'd be in there cooking some 7-course meal and you wouldn't see a piece of meat nowhere. You would think that, what is it? Lion's mane. You would think that's the meat. Lion's mane could be a wonderful substitute for meat. And I had some mushrooms. Lemonade had some mushrooms. And they were good too. I really didn't even miss not having meat. And you get these mugs right here from Lemonade, LYNNMONADE. We ain't seen it in a while, but yeah, just wonderful. Oh yeah, I'm Face the Nation. We on Bolden Unchained. We looking through a spiritual lens of loyalty, resilience, and education. We, my people, we need to know who we loyal to more than ever. Babylon falling, the whole world on fire. Everybody mad, pissed like a motherfucker. It ain't time for us to get into all of that, get in with all of that. It's time for us to really dig in and focus on us. We really got to put our all into us now. Because, honey, don't nobody know where that's finna end up at. Sure don't, honey. I know one thing we do. We must. It's very imperative that we get right with Mother Earth. I know y'all saying, Faye, you got to get right with the Lord, with God. That very well may be so. That may be so. To get ready, get right with him, because that's where you finna go and stuff. However, you need to get right with Mother Gaia and cosmic energy specifically. And there's some very important points. Getting ready with the Lord and stuff, I get it. I've heard it my whole life. My mama told me a lot of times, Faith, you better get right with God. You better get right with God. And today I can see us saying it now, but it's you better get right with cosmic energy and Mother Gaia. Mother Gaia wants you to survive. Cosmic energy wants you to survive. They want you, Black America, to survive because you are the original blueprint. It's you, Black America, that everybody come from, the parent of all people. So it's a little deeper. I ain't being disrespectful about your religion and stuff, all of them. I'm just saying it's a little deeper when you see it differently. When you see it differently, because you are God. You are Goddess. You God and Goddess. I done told you. Cosmic energy. Cosmic energy wanted to experience humanity on planet Earth. Cosmic energy could have went anywhere and did. We ain't the only life force. Now, we can't be that damn selfish to think we the only life force out here, because we ain't. However, cosmic energy wanted to experience life on Earth too, just like the other planets and stuff, just like the other planets in the multiverse. So what happened was, to experience that life on Earth, this planet, because all the planets are different. We know that all the planets are different. Some of them got methane gas and all that other stuff, and some of them ain't even breathable. But planet Earth, so they all different. But on planet Earth, you got to have a body, a vessel, a body, a physical body, flesh and blood. And to make it happen, cosmic energy became a Black man and a Black woman. That's why brother said recently that ChatGPT said if it had to come back, it would come back as a Black race, as Black people. Now, it didn't say it because of why I said it. It said it because I think he asked the question, asked Chat if it had to be any group of people to show the love of God and all that goodness, what race would it be? And because of the history, our history, because of all of that we keep ignoring, ChatGPT said that right there is the love of God. Us having survived everything. So yeah, in a sense, I get it, what ChatGPT is saying and stuff, I truly do. However, yeah, we are God. We are God. Chat is really awesome for now, until they take it away and stuff. All the internet is, until they take it away. But by then, we're going to be telepathically communicating. Yeah. We I think I might have to start standing up to read. Maybe that's it. All this sitting down and stuff for hours at a time. But that is class, I guess. Hey, plug up my little fan right here. So yeah, cosmic energy had to manifest itself as a flesh and blood human being. Not being. It could be being, because we do grow. And it's the Black woman and the Black man. Cosmic energy, you call it God, you call it Lord, Yahushua, and I don't even give it no name no more. I took it out the box. Because there was Krishna, Horus, Buddha, Zoroaster, so many other deities got the same history as Jesus Christ. And where I'm from, it was only Jesus and God. And then Jehovah, you could get that newspaper. But now I'm realizing there's so many. So I just decided it's too many for me. Either I'm going to call on all of them. And then I seen somewhere that it was 4,200 religions. And wow, for real? What I'm going to do with all? I got other things to learn too. So I just decided, for me, I got to take it out the box. Cosmic energy. Before anybody even said, whether it's Yeshua or Yahweh, it was already in existence. It was already in existence. When the dinosaurs was here, they didn't know nothing about no name. Ain't nobody said nothing about no name. Could nobody pronounce no name or nothing. But, however, cosmic energy was there. It was there before any sound was made. The only sound that was being heard was the shooting star. And it was so angelic. It was just like, there was a shooting star. Or a black hole. And it was like, them were the only sounds. So, yeah, for me, I had to take it out the box. So, Creator, I get that. The Lord, God, Yahushua, Yahweh, I get all of that and stuff. We're going to read some of the religions and stuff too, the Quran and the King James Version and the NIV, the Neil, whatever that Bible is. Yeah, because, it's important it has helped us. But Black America, it's a crutch now. We can't critically think with all of this religion on us stuff. And it has served its purpose. I know our biggest fear is going to hell. That's our biggest fear. I know. I've been thinking about it and stuff. I'm Black too, shit. I didn't go through all that church doctrining and stuff, because as soon as I didn't have to go to church, I motherfucking quit. I sure did. My mom like, Faith, you ain't even got to go. Sitting all up in there looking mad at everybody and stuff. And yeah. Want to be all stoic and stuff. So, and I stopped going, honey. I sure did, because it was just too much for me. It was too much for me. Your mama already taught me, don't you be out here stealing, killing, and destroying. And now I figured as long as I ain't going to hell, as long as I ain't doing that, and I'll, So I kind of feel like, yeah, religion is a crutch on us now. It is. Our ancestors, our elders, the earlier ones knew when they were forced to take that Bible, they knew that they had to go along with it. They kept their spirituality. But what happened was, on down the line, Black people forgot about the spirituality, forgot that we got to show we part of this right here, but we got to still keep our spirituality about us. We still got to get out and hug some trees. I'm just saying, maybe you already hug some trees. I don't know. I'm just saying. We got to do those things spiritually and keep that spiritual tether, that spiritual bond. But once we forgot and took this, see, Black people, we are very sincere. We honest, we sincere, we dedicated, committed. Honey, we go all in. We don't have step when it's something that's important to us. And religion is one of the most important things to us, honey. We making sure we ain't going to hell with this right here. This right here don't even determine if you're going to hell or not. Look at all them churches out there now, them pastors and stuff, raping kids and shit. And you still think they going to... So, yeah, this Bible right here, it's possibly have served its purpose. I ain't saying get rid of it, because I know you ain't. Keep it. Keep it, honey. I'm just saying for Black people, for you. Oh, ancestors, let me read tonight. For you got another Black Bible. These unprecedented times, right here that we in now, allegedly 2025, you got a new Bible. I hope you done read every other Bible, because now it's time for you to read our Black Bibles. Black Jesus. We got our own black Jesuses. A whole century of them in this book right here. 100 years of them in that book right there. This right here is a black Jesus. We got our own black Jesus. You see the cross? You see that cross under him? Willie Brown? We got our own black Jesuses. It's time now. You got to upgrade your mindset. You got to, keep it. Keep it. Ain't nobody saying you got to get rid of it. Put it under your arm and show as you going to church Sunday morning. Keep it. But you got to elevate yourself. Black America. You got to know. You got to learn. You must learn, honey. You got your own black Bibles. You got your own black Bibles. Can't nobody tell you shit unless you let them. Unless you let them. I don't give a damn who it is. Your pastor, your wife, your brother, your sister, your neighbor, your co-worker, your boss, honey. You got your own black Bibles. You got your own black Bibles. Why the church ain't even mentioning this no more? Is that when the Bible began being a crutch? When the churches, because we used to get together, black people used to get together at the church to discuss these things right here. Yes, that's when they made that law and started busting up in churches and stuff. All honey, jumping through windows on their horses and shit and kicking down doors and all kind of shit. And somewhere along the way, because of that, black churches stopped meeting, stopped talking, stopped encouraging us and inspiring us about this right here. That's when it became a crutch. That's why right today, even your pastor motherfucking ass ain't gonna tell you about black Jesus. No, he ain't gonna tell you about black Jesus. Not this Jesus right here. He ain't gonna tell you about your Jesus. He gonna tell you about white folk Jesus. That white man. One man that was being led one time. Lynched one time. But he tell you that over and over and over and over and over and over again. But he ain't gonna not one time. He ain't gonna tell you about none of the Jesuses that look like you. He ain't gonna tell you about none of them. No, sure ain't, honey. Because it's a crutch. It's something in it for his ass too. Truth be told, you better go ask for your tithes back. You better go ask for your tithing back. Everybody got something to say about everything. Everybody do. You ain't got to listen to me. I'm just giving my opinion on stuff. Just like everybody else is. You might not want to go get your tithes back. Fine. Somebody do. If I know my people. Somebody already done calculated. Yeah, I tithe $50 a week, $200 a month for 12 months. Yeah, I'm going to get my money. I'm going to call First Lady right now. Yeah, I'm just saying, we are in dire straits, unprecedented times, uncharted waters, a reawakening. This was our first awakening. That's documented. Really, I think this is like our fifth awakening, maybe our fourth awakening, because there was the awakening when white folks we first ran across them and stuff. And they took the land and gave us the Bibles and stuff, had us praying and stuff. Black folk closed their eyes and did like that right there. When they woke up with that Bible in their hand and looked around and stuff, honey, that's all they had with that Bible. So I'm just saying, I'm just making a little parable here and stuff, So all of that, it goes together. Just connect the dots. That's what George Fraser said. We got to do is connect the dots. And I just wanted to know, since everybody was asking, how come black people can't come together and get and build and look out for each other, take care of each other, love each other, just appreciate each other, damn, without being manipulative, spiteful, want too much, where motherfucker hate to see you coming, because I know you're gonna want $1 or a cigarette, or even where you want $10, you need to borrow $50 or something. So yeah, I just want us to see why. I wanted to know why. And it ain't because, we got away from God. All out there in them streets. Them streets is more important than anything. All them excuses and stuff. Yeah, they do got some accountability for them. However, even those of our people that don't, do those things and get sidetracked and follow in these sabotages and these make left turns and wrong decisions and shit like that. Still caught up in all of this. It's bigger than just got away from God. It's bigger than, oh, I did leave my mama when I was 16. What it is we so traumatized. We traumatized beyond repair. It's very difficult now for us to try to pull us together, possibly for our last chance. After this right here, might not be another opportunity. For us anyway, it won't be. Here we already over half 100. Some of us, some of y'all asses is over half of 100. I'm just saying, I am. So, this right here is pretty much our last opportunity to do the right thing for our people and our children, our future, for their future. After this, it won't be no more of that. They're going to have to, if we let this go, like we have everything else, our youth that's coming up, our young people, they're going to have a hell of a time getting out of what we'll leave them in. If we let this go and they inside of this matrix, fifth element bullshit fantasy world, it's going to be hard as hell for them to get out of that. Now, we have seen the geniusness. I've seen it. I know y'all have too, through TikTok and the other sites and stuff, of our people making gasoline out of plastic, making vehicles that run off of your body. You just sitting in the damn car here and it start right up because your body, all that energy. Our people have figured out how to make those things happen. And that's very needed. But that's not to say it's okay for us to let us just be railroaded again, because it's not. We're going to have to pull out all the stops and make sure we get through this. We don't need to be a part of all of this fantasy future, y'all. That's not what we are. That's not who we are. That ain't even what cosmic energy intended life to be. They intended for life to evolve, but on a pro-life level. They intended for life to evolve, but on a pro-life level. Perhaps everyone is equal on that level. Everyone is light, everyone is healthy, everyone is evolving, everyone is in harmony on their own group frequency with Mother Nature and the animal kingdom. Everyone is at harmony with that. That's what they meant by elevating life, evolving life. They didn't mean bring up some motherfucking robots and some goddamn humanoid robots with bad breath and body odor and damn robots. They didn't intend that. They didn't. That's what white folks came up with. Done invented that. I ain't lying to y'all. I know it seemed like, damn, there go another Twilight Zone. I ain't even into Twilight Zone and stuff. But I'm telling y'all, once we get to looking at this and put just a little bit of focus on it, stop eating meat like 2 times a week. That'll help out a whole lot, because we got start eating cilantro. Just take little bitty measures that you can do and watch them open up the peripheral first. Just the peripheral on what's going on between us and white people, us and other people and white people, other people and themselves. Then you think about the rest of the world, you'll start to see all of that and stuff. And it's like, well, now, where we come in at that? Under white America, under other people. Why? We so traumatized. We are very traumatized, y'all. This right here. Who wouldn't be? Who fucking wouldn't be traumatized? And y'all act like we don't know why. Because we don't even want to talk about it. We want to act like white America ain't done nothing with her funk ass. Like she ain't done nothing. Like she tried. She tried so hard to stop Massa from beating Shay Shay and Ticey, cutting off Kunta's foot, ripping babies away from their mama, cutting the baby out of Mary Turner and stomping on it, feeding babies to alligators. She had like she couldn't do nothing. Nothing at all. And now for all the love. It ain't even like white men ain't out there hell ready to take it back. Ready to take it back. Malcolm, make it great again. It ain't like she was doing her duty, raising them and teaching them. They her sons. They her brothers, her daddies, them her boys, her men that's out there doing them things. That did these things to us. See, to realize, to see why we so traumatized. The only thing I can see is white America. Yeah, everybody else, they got their licks in too on you, black America. They did. Everybody done made a fool out of us, black people. Now they want to make a fool and a dummy out of you. Well, I ain't nobody fooling dummy. And you ain't neither. We just got to stand up and say, oh, no, oh, no, wait a minute now, hold on. Because some people, they didn't kick you when you were down, black America. They didn't. They just held you down. I ain't going to kick them now. Master Charlie, I'm not going to kick them. I said I wasn't going to kick them. But I'll hold them down for you. Just hurry up, man, would you? And that was enough. That was enough. Because my ancestors is coming for everybody. Everybody finna get some of this oppression, honey. Sure wills, even with all of they fancy futuristic toys and shit. All of that, let it be. Go on with it. All that shit still can't create no star. Hell, it still can't roll no star across the multiverse. Not like cosmic energy can. No, still can't do none of that. They can't do it. We got to get on the level with cosmic energy and Mother Gaia. Because when Mother Gaia is at her peak and cosmic energy is at their peak, look at it like this. You guys just learned about this from Brother BD. And you got like Saint Mount Axel. And then you got like Mount Sinai. And both of them are very crucial to Mother Earth. Both of them. I really don't understand Mount Axel, but it's something to do with like, it's complex. It's like a computation or something. When you get to that highest peak, I guess it's like, when something starts small and then it starts speeding up real fast. It's something really eloquent like that. But I don't know what it is yet. However, I do know that Mount Shasta is like the spine, the core of this planet. Yeah. So it's like them 2 points. You got Mount Axel, and then you got Mount Sinai. And it's like they coming together. And all this chaos, y'all. It's so beautiful, y'all. It's happening. Destructive. Can be, depending on how you look at it. But they coming together. And all this chaos, this madness, Babylon falling. You see the war over there and stuff. So they coming together. When they could be coming like this. Now, when they come together and cross like that right there, brother said it could be like 10,000 motherfucking earthquakes around this bitch. Hell yeah. 10,000 earthquakes around this motherfucker. Yes, honey, that's because Mother Gaia she's activating on her own accord. Well, on her own. However, she's using, she going off, what is notebook? She going off of carbonic energies. Carbonic energies. And I just learned, don't get mad at me, honey, because my 11 years of school didn't teach me none of this. But I just learned that carbon, we are carbon. Our core, like Mount Shasta is Earth's core, Earth's spine. Look at it like that. Our spine. We got a spine too. That's like our core. Your core DNA is made up of copper, selenium, and it's one more. I just was going over the other day. The other night I was just mentioning it's copper, selenium, and it's one other. So carbon. It's carbon, selenium, and copper. So we are carbon. What Mount Shasta is going off of, that carbonic energies, is our energy. Keep in mind that our energy is very potent, is very much a part of the earth and cosmic energy. And our energy is very fearful right now. And it's traumatized, not fearful, as in scared and just docile, just hitting across, taking them hits across the head and, all that again. Because we are standing up. So I don't mean it like that. But I mean that we very traumatized to the point where we can't come together, to the point where we can't create, to the point where we can't show each other love and affection and forgiveness and adoration. And oh, I'm so happy to see you, my sister, and be able to compliment each other and be together, And the reason why we can't be together is because we know instinctively, and ain't nobody even told us this, but we know we cannot ever create another Black Wall Street. We know this instinctively because Brother Anthony Browder from West Side of Chicago, our own brother, he was an excavator, going off in the tombs and stuff, archaeological excavator. And he said that geologists, geneticists found out that we have 30,000 years of DNA memory from our ancestors. 30,000 years. Slavery and Jim Crowism and stuff like that, that was only like 400 years, 500 years. Out of that 30,000 years, which I think is more than that, because they motherfucking ass lie so much, but I digress. But out of all them 30,000 years, what's traumatized us is the time we've been involved with white America. That's where the trauma comes from. And Anthony Browder, he got this timeline, y'all, and it'll go across this, probably that whole wall right there. It's like 100 feet. If I can get that one. The ancestors will make sure we get it. And it's long, goes way, way back, millions of years and stuff. And then when you get down to this end right here, it's only a little bitty spot like there where we've been involved with white America. However, that little time being with they motherfucking asses, honey, has traumatized us past no return. Don't want to look back, don't want to look forward, rather just keep our eyes shut, look out one eye, play possum, and all kind of bullshit. You even out there talking about, oh, I'm dead. That's what you be saying? I hate to go to the comments now. I hate to go to the comments now, because one of y'all ass gonna holler out, killing myself laughing. Oh, I'm dead. I'm flatlined. All this bullshit. It's like, and Dr. Francis Cress Welsing was telling us, we the only ones call ourselves bitches and hoes and sluts and put it in a song and everybody singing it and calling your ass a bitch. Now we out here, you calling death on yourself. I mean, it don't make no sense. And I'm finna stop saying, when I refer to that, because I don't like that. I told my daughters and stuff, stop saying that bullshit. But instead of saying, I'm dead, instead just be like, I'm dead. That's why when I say I'm dead, I'm saying that bullshit. I'm referring to that bullshit that y'all calling on y'all self. It's bad enough you're already saying good morning. And that seems so subtly innocent, don't it? Good morning. It just means good morning. How you doing this early morning time? No, it's good death. But then when you literally saying I'm dead, duh, you calling it on yourself. Y'all the one that's been like, your church said it's your Bible said it's power in the tongue and stuff. Well, use it. Use it. Use your damn common sense. I can get with it because I didn't know these things either. I just learned about these 7 months ago when I sat down and started reading too. It ain't like, all of a sudden everybody know but you. Nah, I didn't know either. So I'm just like, shit, we got to look at this how it's meant to be looked at now. Shit, I mean, you done made a fool out of my mama and my grandmama and my great-grandmama and my granddaddy, my great-granddaddy. You done made a fool out of all my people, black people. Now, we ain't going to let white America make no dummy out of us too now. Don't be a fool and a motherfucking dummy. Shit, we ain't heard nobody. You ain't heard nobody standing up. You ain't heard nobody about standing up. Other people is fearful of black America standing up doing for ourselves because it's going to cost them what they benefiting. And we ain't even trying to put them under white America. Motherfuckers just afraid, If Black America rise up, somebody gonna have to be under the bottom and be under the bottom with white America, be oppressed and run over. Why? Who said that bullshit? But see, everybody already know that's how white America operate. White America needs a scapegoat. White America needs somebody to be able to inflict all of this rage and this anti-life mentality on. Hell, everybody in the goddamn world crazy like white folks. I'm just saying, hell. When did everybody get motherfucking crazy like this? But what happened to us? Why not? What the fuck happened to us? Why not? Shit. Hell, and meanwhile, you see white folks here acting like, yeah, they ain't done a thing. Honey, they all peaceful and generous, and we love the babies. Oh, your babies are so sweet. Your babies are so sweet. They good babies. Yeah. Oh, you better start looking at shit the right way through them black lenses, through some spiritual lenses, if you will, because I'm spiritual. I ain't religious. I ain't finna look at none of this with no religious forgiving eye. Not me. Forgive what? Who? For what? What do you exactly want me to forgive? Shall we forgive Richard Coleman? 14-year-old Richard Coleman, who was murdered by white folks, burned at the stake. 14 years old. And he was innocent. Put cayenne pepper in his eyes and stuff. They called the burning at the stake. They called it a pyre. Pyre. When they piling the wood up. Piled up wood 2 times on my brother Richard. When it started smoldering, the fire started going, all white folks started running all that in the middle of the road and digging in ditches and stuff and pulling branches off of trees and pulling the leaves off like this and stuff, honey. I got a couple branches, building the fire up again. Yeah, so what do you want to forgive? You want to forgive George Ward, who was lynched and burned, roasted for 2 hours. Thousands of white people came, honey. It came and went. They were just coming and going. His feet didn't burn and toes. They put oil on him. Yeah. He was burned with oil crates. Poured oil all on him. Set him on fire. So what do you want to forgive? Can we talk about what really might need to be talked about since we're going to talk about forgiveness? Because we talking about why we can't come together. What's wrong with us? I got to go into where the trauma at. Because what's the trauma face? Well, hell, you talking about? That's why we can't come together. So I want us to know what the trauma is. Who did it? Hell, that's all I wanted to know. Well, who the fuck did something to Black America? I remember Soul Train. Wasn't even nobody drunk. Didn't nobody never even have no cup in their hand when they was on the dance floor. Floor wasn't never wet. It wasn't never dark in there and smoky and people drinking and stumbling. It wasn't none of that. So yeah, I want to know too, what the hell happened? Who did it? Because I remember when we were peaceful people. Like Soul Train, we were happy. But it was before Soul Train though. But you get what I'm saying? We were happy. And it was just us. But once we got involved with white America, it wasn't no more just us and being peaceful and stuff. It wasn't. So fuck the dumb shit. Oh, you want to talk about Elijah Clark? Forgiveness? What was that? 1,500 people came to watch Elijah Clark being lynched. I just want to know. George Coleman, putting cayenne pepper in his eyes and stuff. Yeah. Thousands of men was there. Hundreds of white women with their kids. Pregnant white women going to the lynching with their big bellies and stuff, swole feet, ankles that big around. People, you tired. Come on. I'll put you on the bike. Some of them try to put them up, can't get on no bike. Bring the wheelbarrow. While they were walking and stuff, there's a wheelbarrow. Go get that wheelbarrow out of yard. But them people didn't mind. Because soon they heard them coming. We're going to be a lynching. We're going to the lynching. Oh, honey, they ran out their house. Some of them didn't have on no shoes, didn't have on no pants or nothing. Putting on their clothes while I'm going with the rest of the white folk. We going to a lynching. Come on, turn the stove off. Come on, Mary. Going to a lynching. Yeah, white women pregnant, asses in a wheelbarrow. They rolling them to the lynching and stuff. Little bitty white kids at the lynchings and stuff. White kids was at their lynchings. John Hartfield, 10,000 white folks at the lynching. White kids up in the tree. These lynchings was like a carnival atmosphere. They were so gleeful, so happy and excited, just ravaging y'all, slobbing with lust. I don't know if I do come across in any of these books, because there's some horrific shit right here. It's so horrific. It's inhumane. It's inhumane. We got to know who did this trauma to us. Fuck the dumb shit. I'm not here to lie to y'all. Shit, if you ain't ready for it and stuff, you ain't ready for it. Go over there where sister at. Sister can be gentle with you. I ain't trying to be like that, harsh with you. Don't want you to have no nightmares or nothing. Because this part is over with. Our ancestors went through this. You need to know, and I need to know. But this is over with, because that's the only way this will never happen again. This type of rage, honey, it never goes away. Where the fuck you think it went to? How the fuck do you think this beastly rage, this cannibalistic instinct in white people, where you think it went to? When did they go through this therapy to address all of these decades and centuries of cannibal abuse? Where they go get the therapy from? How long were they there? Don't tell me this was the Cabbage Patch Kids that did these to our people. And it really was the Cabbage Patch Kids had them little birth certificates, which really stood for other people that were bloodthirsty. I don't know what white America got to say and stuff, but as far as I'm concerned, it's they motherfucking asses. And it ain't up for me to decide who is the garden snake and who is the motherfucking python or the rattler snake. Because Muhammad Ali said, hell, out of the 1,000 garden snakes and the 10,000 poisonous snakes, hell, don't have no dealing with none of their asses. I'm just saying, for forgiveness and stuff, forgive where? Who? When? How? For what? What has been repaired? What has been amended to earn some forgiveness? I ain't seen nobody earn no forgiveness for nothing. Not to say Martin, Medgar. I ain't seen nobody do nothing to deserve no forgiveness for them or them. I just haven't, and you ain't neither. We ain't none of us seen nothing that warrants forgiveness. There is one thing your Bible said you got to forgive for you. That's the only thing. You got to forgive for you. But it don't tell you unless you read between the lines of stuff. If you forgive, then you got to forget about you. If you forgive for you, that's what they say is for you. And that's a motherfucking lie. So if you forgive for you, you got to forget you too. You got to forget you. It goes hand in hand. So yeah, I just want to know, since y'all want to talk about forgiveness and we got to forgive and stuff like that. Well, can we get to it then? Can we really discuss what we need to be discussing about forgiveness? Negro ambush. So many of them. We're going to read it again at some time once we get quite a few people in here and stuff. Yeah. Fuck the dumb shit. We need to know these things and stuff. I'm just saying, for me, I didn't mean to get off like that and stuff, but honey, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. We can't forget. I ain't going to let you forget. Sure, I ain't fuck the dumb shit. I'm not going to let you motherfucking forget. You need to start thinking about this. This is your life and your afterlife. And if you're going to go spend your afterlife, honey, if you okay with spending your forever and ever and ever and ever and ever with white folks, then just at least learn what you need to learn. Know what you need to know, what you must know before you go. I don't know what to tell y'all and stuff. Now, our ancestors, that's different from them. They different from you. They didn't have no choice but to go to heaven. That's all they knew was God, Jesus, and heaven. They didn't have the information we got today. They didn't have the downloads that we getting today and stuff. We getting these downloads and stuff today because cosmic energy and Mother Gaia are awakening. They are activating, so to speak. That's why we, karmic energy, the carbonic energies that Mother Shasta is resonating with, she's resonating off of that. That's us. Fuck the dumb shit. Fuck the motherfucking dumb shit. They told your ass slavery was legal too. White folks did. It ain't hard to understand. Hell, your ass been sitting here, Black America, thinking that Jesus walking on water, some white man done fed took 2 fish and fed 5,000 people. So then your ass should be able to believe and see with that little tiny mustard seed of faith that maybe cosmic energy did manifest as a Black woman and a Black man. Just give yourself some damn credit. I'm just saying. But yeah, this is us. Got our own Black Jesus. It's time you wake up. Yep. I can't nobody sugarcoat nothing for you. And then when you get to heaven anyway, hell, there's slavery up there. All that cotton up there, you want to take your ass up there. Ain't nobody even told Black America about that. But I guess that right there is the crux of it all. Yeah, that's the crux of it all. As long as don't nobody tell Black America, don't go to heaven with white folk. White folks can't take that. Oh, Lord, no, Lord. They don't want to be with us on earth and in heaven. Oh, Lord, I'm thankful. They going to thank Black America. I'm just saying for you. Honey, don't take your ass to heaven with white folks. Your Bible say one thing, and that's white folks' vision. White folks the one came up with what heaven looked like. Hell, you don't see no rainbows. You don't see no shooting star. You don't even see a moon in the sky or nothing. You don't just cotton. And them pearly white gates and that white man with his hand out like that. There ain't even no back door on them pearly white gates. That's white folks' vision about heaven. So our ancestors, they only knew heaven and hell. They only knew heaven and hell. Now, today, we know there's heaven, there's hell, and there's the afterlife. Yep, heaven is only in the first universe, baby. Heaven is only in the first universe. You got a multiverse out there. It's so many multiverses out there, they don't even know how many it is. You got multiverses going every direction. You got multiverses that they expanding, they growing, they multiplying. As sure as they are dying out and getting sucked into black holes and stuff, multiverses is constantly expanding. However, white folks can't go out there. White folks are a mutant here. They like a hybrid here on Earth. Yeah, everybody is really, because they come from us. But yeah, but the bottom line though, y'all, is that white folks cannot go to the multiverse. They can only limited to heaven. But heaven is big. Heaven is humongous. So, you ain't got to feel bad and guilty, Black America, because there's going to be other people up there, in heaven with white folks. And I already done told our ancestors they free. I told them that months ago. I didn't want them up there with their motherfucking asses. You're a goddamn lie. Your ass want our ancestors up there with their motherfucking asses. As far as I'm concerned, we're going to leave Tebow up there. Our brother Telvin. Yeah, leave Tebow up there with him. All them other groups of people be up there in heaven with him. But for us black people, take your ass to the afterlife. Take a detour. You get on that first exit you see when you flying, and you see the exit coming up, afterlife. Go on and take that exit and go to the afterlife. Because your ass get to heaven, they're going to clip your wings. Because you got enough information, enough knowledge, enough history is being revealed right here, right now, that you should be able to make the right decision for your afterlife. So when you do get to heaven, and once they see you, that's it. Your ass can't turn around and fly back the other way. It's already a war up there now. Because some white person done got out of heaven trying to go out there into the multiverse. And they found out about it. They've been out there for a while. I guess they were hiding, and raping folks and stuff, little angels that they see that's just flying freely and stuff. Because they done got out there in like probably the 3rd, 4th universe somewhere. That's why I'm going to the 12th universe. Yes, honey, I'm going to the 12th multiverse. I don't never want to see white folks no more. After this, unless I come back to planet Earth. And I'm coming back black when I do. But I'm just saying, So it is a war up there going on and stuff. That's why when you get you in heaven and clip your wings, and you realize it, and you try to escape, you can't go nowhere. No, they're gonna be after you and stuff. And then in this book right here, this was my first time reading it, honey, on page 64 in 1915. See, white folks been playing a game on us. It's all manipulation, mind motherfucking manipulation. Your mind been fucked. Yep, like they fuck you between both of your ears. I don't know how they did it, but it's a mind fuck. And I ain't got no problem cussing. If you do, then that's too bad, because black folks, you've been cursing each other since you first learned to speak English. Since your ass first learned to speak English and they taught your ass to say good morning, you've been wishing good death on each other. And yeah, now it's really resonating. It's really resonating. We in so much mourning now, so much death now. Man, you got to wake your ass up. However, I digress. But in 1915, William Joseph Simmons, his motherfucking ass revived the Ku Klux Klan on Thanksgiving night. He went up on Stone Mountain and Christianed it. The Ku Klux Klan, he revived it. Yes, he did, honey. And he said out of his own words, he said he formed a group in response to a spiritual vision of robed horsemen galloping in the sky, followed by a vision of a map of the United States. There you go right there. It ain't too far-fetched that slavery is up there too. It ain't too motherfucking far-fetched. They just gave your ass the vision, Black America, that they wanted you to have and hold on to. But now see everything being exposed. Everything is being exposed about our history, our trauma, every dealing we've ever had with white folks is being revealed now. So you can't deny you got new information. I don't know what kind of game this is. Dick Gregory was telling black people, it's a game. It's a game they playing with you. It's a game. You just got to wake up and start thinking. Start reading between the lines of your Bible. It's telling you right there on page 101. I'm just joking. Lesson 101. I'm just joking. But it tell you in the book, stay away from them. It told you to get away from white America. Come out ye from under ye. That's what it said. Don't mingle with them. Your daughter shouldn't be with their son and your son. It told you in the Bible. Then it also said, you just supposed to read this for what it means through a black perspective, not through white folks' perspective. That's why you're so forgiving and stuff. But that's you, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't plan on going to hell either. I ain't going to hell. That's a motherfucking lie. I don't even fear that I'm going to hell. For what? For what? For telling the truth? What? Henry Askew, John Peterson, George Wells, Richard Coleman, Will Burst, Lewis Rice, Henry Askew, John Sanders, and another black man. Because some of the black men, they didn't even give them no name and stuff. Like Tom Wilkes, the media put out his name was Tom Holt. Then another media mistook it for Sam Hose. So now we don't even know Tom Wilkes' real name, but we'll know the story of Sam Hose or Sam Holt. But his real name was Tom Wilkes, just dehumanizing black men, stripping away everything, their identity, their essence, their life, their blood and stuff. I better not come across one of these books and they motherfucking asses just went up there and just started sucking on that black man's neck where he punctured it at and just sucking the blood out of him. Oh, because I knew. Ain't nothing far-fetched, y'all. I promise you it ain't. But yes, all of these names, Valley Crutchfield, John Henderson, George Ward, George Reed, and our brother Julian Johnson Law, honey, our brother's telling it. He ain't even got to read the book. He know what happened to us. We got to know what happened to us. Go to his channel, Julian Johnson Law, and our sister. Reading with Regina. Honey, our sister's reading some books. I think she was a Black Pantherist. And honey, she reading some books and she teaching us things we never knew. Ever. She know about the 1800s. See, the chronological order, honey, it get me every time. Yeah, I can't even afford to put my loved ones' pictures on the wall because I need this information on the walls. I need information and knowledge on my walls. Yeah, this is we're in a new era. We're in a new era. And don't nobody know when the earth is going to stop and the earth is going to be over with. But I tell you, white folks have done such a number on life itself. The animal kingdom, the parent of all people, other groups of people in the world and shit. White folks done fucked everything up. But I tell you one thing, if black people numbers get so low, if we get so small in numbers, honey, the sun fuck around and blow up. All that energy the sun give to black people, do you know the power in that energy that we get to fuel these bodies? But see, we keep all that energy covered up because it ain't nothing but creation. That's why we create everything we touch turn to gold. White folks had to dumb that down. They had to dumb that down. Let me put a lock and key on that right there. Whoa. Yeah, shut that up right there. Put that over to the side. Yeah, that's why they had to do that. But honey, they better get their shit right because this is more than just some materialistic stuff. All these 5G towers and shit they put up stuff, honey, cosmic energy. Because see, all of that stuff right there is affecting Earth's magnetic field, however you say it. All of that shit right there, that's why the birds and stuff, see, the birds and stuff, they navigate naturally because of the Earth's magnetic shield. Now, these 5G towers and all this technological bullshit, the hell, I don't even want. Some motherfucker should have put out a petition or something, a questionnaire through the mail. Do y'all want a 5G? Do y'all want robot dogs and humanoid robots? Hell, don't goddamn it just do it. Pick 10,000 people, 100,000 people and do the study and then say, oh yeah, well it was approved. You're a goddamn lie. That shit wasn't approved. Hell, I ain't never getting down through the mail. You could have sent it through the mail like you do checks. Hell, you got everybody's social security number, your government do. But all of this bullshit right here, honey, cosmic energy gonna be forced to stop every goddamn thing. You gonna see every goddamn helicopter fall out of the sky. Every motherfucking airplane finna crash around this bitch. You better be walking or driving. I'm just saying. Because if it come to the man-made electronic field that they building up and shit, and cosmic energy and Mother Gaia's working together, honey, Mother Gaia and cosmic energy, you better bet on black. Your motherfucking ass better bet on black where that carbon at. Hell, I'm just saying. Shit, it don't take no damn rocket science now. We ain't got to make this so difficult unless your ass scared of white America. I'm just saying. Shit, don't sleep through the apocalypse. Hell, we fuck around and be in some goddamn dark. Why you think they trying to block out the sun? Hell, and then they block out the sun. How they gonna shut it off? Honey, if they put them huge artificial suns around the sun, like this light bulb right here, honey, all that shit gonna blow. The sun gonna expand, blow all that shit out. These folks don't know what the fuck they is doing. Oh, honey, somebody better tell them to stop. Shit, they gonna fuck around. Yeah, Earth is gonna be blowed up, gone forever. And Mother Gaia ain't gonna have to worry about going back black. Joe, cause ain't gonna be no more Earth, planet Earth. The sun gonna blow this whole motherfucker up. And the rest of the multiverse gonna go on. Might just blow up this whole little thing right here where white folks is at. But the hell, it don't matter here, cause we go back to the afterlife anyway. Just set your mind on it. Set your mind on it. Now, if your mentality is still going to heaven, hell, that's where you're gonna go. Your mentality to go back to the afterlife and stuff where you can be free, honey. I'm gonna be so free in the afterlife, honey. I'm gonna be flying free, honey. I'm gonna be just flying. I'm gonna jump on a star, honey. I'm gonna be running down the star, tracking holes in the whole multiverse and stuff. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna be free in the afterlife. I don't know about you. I'm gonna be flying back through the 9th multiverse, the 8th, then I'm come down to the universes and stuff and peek off in heaven and see y'all down there trying to fly out, but you can't because they done clip your wings. You just gonna be hopping like that. I'm just saying, you better start using your mind. You got a brain, you got creativeness, It's in you. I know it's in you. I don't know why y'all ignoring it and won't just, you ain't got it. Ain't doing nothing. It's within. Shit, you ain't got to, hell, it ain't like you telling nobody. You ain't got to go broadcast it that you going within for yourself. If you don't want to, it ain't going to cost you nothing to let your people know what's going on. But I'm just saying, I digress. But yeah, I know, right? I got on here and, ooh, you'd have thought I was gone like 2 weeks. But yeah, let's read. Because I appreciate my brother. I sure do, honey. Yeah, a sermon to white America. And honey, he is not apologetic. He a little affectionate with it, beloved. You know, he a little, and that's fine, because he just may be an affectionate man, and that's fine for me. He's a brother that cries. Okay, I get it. He can be himself, and I'm gonna be myself. And that's brother Michael Eric Dyson. So yeah, we're gonna get to reading and stuff. I'm just saying, for me, I don't want y'all to think, hell, I'm here to try to get your money, your time, nothing. Because honey, I don't want none of you in my shirts, in my brand, in me, if you don't know what you're getting in. Anybody that hear this right here gonna be already mad and set off when they see you in it. Your ass just better know. Shit, you get your ass around some white folks wearing this if you want to, and then talking about, yeah, we friends, we all friends, we one-on-one. You must don't listen to face then. But they ass do. Go on hiking if you want to. I'm just saying. Yeah, I need you to know the truth. I ain't here for your dollars and your money and stuff here. You ain't got to pay but $1.99 to hear me. And you ain't even really got to pay that. Because wherever I can get on that while we can, I'm going to get on and tell it to you, because you need to know. You need to know. Hell, shit, I know how to braid hair. Hell, I know how to clean up real good. You know, I go out and make $5. Hell, everybody else got a sign out there. Hell, shit, I braid your hair $10 right here, right now. I got a comb, a pack of combs right here. Yeah, I just need for us to know what's going on. So don't be worried. Hell, just be wary. Just know what's going on and know why it's going on. It's okay to deviate a little bit and look around and stuff. You ain't gonna see nothing but everybody fucked up anyway. Let them go through their own stuff. That's why Malcolm said, roosters come home to roost, or something he said like that. So let them do it. Let them do it. We got too much to focus on for us, because we must live on through this. We got to survive through this, y'all. We can't let this be what takes us out. White people been trying to get rid of you black people for a long time. A long time, honey. We got a book to get written now. 1,408 pages of genocide. It's the largest study in history, I guess. Hell, I don't know. My teachers never told me nothing about it with their motherfucking asses. And I get it. Some of them probably didn't know, but them motherfuckers knew something was up. They asses always done had it a little bit too good to know something ain't right. Now, they might have not known explicitly about Richard Coleman, but they ass knew. Now, come on, don't be acting like shit. Miss Kathy motherfucking ass didn't know about Red Summer. Now, don't keep pissing on us talking about this rain and all this lemon. I spill my lemonade. No, don't be playing the motherfucking games with Black America now. Fuck around here, y'all asses will have us in motherfucking slavery again. And then when was it anyway? Last year. Some politician, I wrote his name down, because I said I want to look up his motherfucking name. Now, he didn't do it on the political arena and stuff. I think he did it personally on his personal page or some shit like that. But his motherfucking ass talking about he ain't got no problem of re-enslaving, bringing slavery back or some shit like that. But it wasn't on the political front. He was just a political person. He had a political position or whatever. So yeah, you know, quit goddamn it distracting Black America and acting like we just here and we okay, we safe. Ain't nothing targeted at us and stuff. Oh, yeah. Stop doing that bullshit. Stop letting folks do that to us. Shit, that's why we reading Dr. Claude Anderson. And then we reading this too. We gonna get the good, the bad, the ugly, the savage, and the ravishness. Because we're already late. Good day, call dog. I ain't even got to take off my glasses to see you. My brother, it's so good to see you. And Engine Radio, I'll just read. I'm all right. I can't complain unless it's about my people. And I don't. I don't. Now, if I do start complaining about something, it's because here you know your ass was doing wrong. You knew when I said I was going to come over here and braid everybody's hair for $25, and you knew your ass didn't have but $17, you should have said something. I could have put some ponytails or something. I'm just saying, but other than something like that, it's, I try not to complain and stuff, but yeah, I just don't like to be got over on. But I'm just saying, I still probably would have braided the baby's hair if you'd been like, Face, I ain't got the $17, girl. Show me how to braid. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's all about my people for me. We got a new app for our people. Sis, you're going to have to tell it to me. Put it in this chat. You're welcome to come bring your knowledge over there. You will be able to go live also. One of our American brothers made an app for us so we can get away from censors. I know that's right. Thank you, ancestors, because I ain't want to edit a damn thing. I ain't got time to be sitting down trying to edit nothing. I don't even like technology. I like the pen and the paper. Shit ain't doing nothing but logging everything we doing, everything we saying, every keystroke you make. Oh, honey, it's logging everything. I'm just saying. Shit, if you see a motherfucking robot out there claim that it's faced the nation, you know it's lying. Ask them about Richard. Ask them about Richard Coleman. I guarantee you. Shit, they're gonna be like, oh, Richard Coleman wasn't. They ain't gonna have that passion and stuff for Richard. No, I'm just saying, shit, it's a whole new thing going on out here. So yeah, I want to be over there. I sure do. Yep, mail me the link, my brother. Okay. Yeah. What I just was saying. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't trying to complain. Yeah, you're right. That ain't complaining. Let's explain it. And that's all I'm doing. And the copyright disclaimer said I got every right to do it. I'm going to comment and criticize. I sure am. So let's read just a little bit. I'm going to try to finish this chapter tonight. I'm going to try not to even comment on it and stuff. And then the next one is being black in America. But yeah, let's get started and stuff. And now if I can't finish it, y'all, I tried. Okay, don't be upset and stuff. Cause yeah, I don't want to get, if I get the coughing and carrying on and gagging over here, cause it is hot in here. I don't want to disturb my neighbors too much. Yeah. And it really ain't none. I don't hardly see nobody. Shit. But yeah, let's read though. Let's read a little bit tonight, and let me put that over there, because I don't even like to be focused on the numbers and stuff. Honey. So don't ancestors just said do it. I'll take care of the rest. And that's all I really even concerned about. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we are reading Tears We Cannot Stop, a sermon to white America by Michael Eric Dyson. And I don't mean to be rude and stuff, because I do curse. I do like to say white people. White people. And yeah, I do have my little, I don't know, little perks about myself, I guess you would say. They ain't bad or nothing like that. I just like to have them and stuff. So let's read. Chapter 3, The Plague of White Innocence. Ooh. Beloved, you are ensnared in one of the bitterest paradoxes of our day. You say we black folk are thin-skinned about race. You say a new generation of black activists focus too much on trendy terms like microaggressions. You say they are too sensitive to trigger warnings. You claim they are too insistent on safe spaces and guarding against hateful speech that hurts their feelings. You argue that all of us are too politically correct. Yeah. And yet, you can barely tolerate any challenge to your thinking on race. I say thinking, my friends. See, he referred to white folks as beloved, and my friends. So we're going to read it as such. I say thinking, my friends, though that is being kind. Many of you hardly think of race. You shield yourself from what you don't want to understand. You reveal your brute strength in one contemptible display of power after the next. And yet, you claim that we reap benefit by playing the victim. White people. I like to say white people. That's me. And he ain't not one time saying white people. I like to say white people. White people. To be blunt, you are emotionally immature about race. Some of you are rightly appalled at the flash of white racial demagoguery. Yet, you have little curiosity about the complicated forces of race. You have no idea that your whiteness and your American identity have become fatally intertwined. They are virtually indistinguishable. Any criticism of the nation is heard as an attack on your identity. But, my friends, your innocent whiteness is too costly to maintain. We are forced to be gentle with you. Y'all know what? We on chapter 4. Yeah, I'm going to finish this paragraph right here. I remember reading this right here. We are forced to be gentle with you, white America, which is another way of saying we are forced to lie to you. We ain't lying to their ass no more either. I ain't. We must let you down easy. You, the powerful partner in our fraught relationship. Your feelings get hurt when we tell you that you white, that you're white, and that your whiteness makes a difference in how you're treated. You get upset when we tell you that whiteness has often been damaging and toxic. You get angry when we tell you how badly whiteness has behaved throughout history. But we must risk your wrath to speak back to a defiantly innocent whiteness. You often deem black descent as disloyalty to America, but that black descent may yet redeem a white innocence that threatens the nation's moral and patriotic health. And look at America now. Damn near in a war. I don't know if a missile gonna come through this motherfucker or a meteor, and you don't need it. You just done sit here and let white America just run ramshot. Just run motherfucking ramshot. Every goddamn body mad at American shit. You know what I say? Here, hand his ass over. Hand his motherfucking ass over. His ass the one did it. Anybody want to go out there and fight for him and shit? Go on up there to that recruitment center and sign your ass up. Your MAGA supporters, all y'all that voted for him and stuff, and got his ass in there, and that man was able to do what he did and stuff, should have kept his ass out of the fight. It was bad enough. And I ain't even in politics like that. Hell, I thought y'all asses was watching what the politicians was doing. That's why I don't know nobody that's up there. I truly don't. But I digress. That's all right. I know a little bit about what's going on, though. You done sit up there and you done pushed and got that man in there. Now all of y'all motherfucking asses, you need to go right on over there. And sister said it. I agree. I'm just saying what sister said from TikTok. And she said y'all asses need to go to the recruitment center and sign up. Because if this thing go to war, take your ass on over there. You need it. You need it. Ain't no need cutting off your baby toe. None of that bullshit. Get your ass up and gone. Get your ass up and go over there and fight. Shit done got us involved in all of this shit here. Y'all ain't did this much. Ain't done not even a little inkling of all of this for Black America. Hell, we've been over here with y'all goddamn ass struggling and begging and pleading and compromising and sacrificing and forsaking and tolerating all kind of bullshit from y'all motherfucking asses. And you done brought all these other damn people over here and shit. And spec for them, and y'all going right along with white America. Other groups of people here. So yeah, we doing for ourselves now. Sure will. We get some books on how other folks done treated us too. Yep. Because Dr. John Henry Clark and Amos Wilson said we ain't even got no friends. Dr. Claude Anderson said we ain't got no friends out here. All these people claiming that they friends, they love Black America. Everybody want to sing cool in the game now. Oh, now you want to sing cool in the game. Now you want to look black. Now you acting black. They letting you know that they gonna be the next black, I guess. So I'm beginning to wonder, well, damn, who gonna be the next black people then? What the fuck is really going on? Go on and say it. Hell, you done did all of this for something? Is you reproposing slavery? Hell, did you trying to just kill all of us all and put the rest of us in your smart cities? Is white folks planning on being the new black? Them Chinese men that went and came out with nappy hair, is they gonna be the new black? How the fuck y'all gonna do this? Are some of y'all gonna be black on some days? And I guess everybody gonna be black. Because they know they ain't black anyway. So I guess them folks, I guess he was like, hell, white folks can act like they black. We gonna do it too. I don't know. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm looking at every goddamn body. I'm suspicious of every motherfucking body. And if I had any bit of racist power, I ain't racist. I'm suspicious. Because if I had any bit of racist power, honey, every goddamn body would be gone. Wouldn't be nobody but melanated people. Right here. That's it. Sure would, honey. I'm just saying for me. So yeah, we on chapter 4. Nigger. Admit it, beloved. That word, that abomination is still with us. Yes, it's ugly. Yes, it's vile. Yes, it's full of hate. And yet, a lot of you, white folks, or at least a lot of the folk you know, still think of black folk as niggers. I remember the first time I heard the white world called me nigger. Have we read this? Yeah, but we're going to read it again because this was a good story when he told about the first time it happened to him. Because remember when Martin Luther King told us about the first time he was called a nigger when he went to his little white friend's house to play, and the mama, I guess they had turned 6 years old. I don't know. I don't rightly remember. But the white mama came to the door and said, no, Tommy can't play with you no more. Tommy don't play with niggers. Because Martin was like, why? Why? We friends. He my best friend. We play together all the time and stuff. And the white woman just let him know because Tommy is white and you are a nigger, you're a black child, and we don't play with niggers, and you ain't babies no more, and this the real world, and Tommy gonna be your master one day. We're gonna rule over black people again, so to speak. So he telling about when it first happened to him. I remember the first time I heard the word, the white world called me nigger. I say white world because it was not an individual man saying that to me, mind you. Even though the words came from his mouth, this man was simply repeating what he had been told about me. I was every black person he'd ever meet. We were all the same. That's what nigger meant. That's what it still means. It was 1965. I was 7 years old. We and family friends were down south for a month-long visit with our kinfolk. On that day, I drove with our friends to see other relatives who lived hours away. In the backseat of the car, my friend Johnny and I behaved like typical kids. We had quickly plowed through our brown paper bags of bologna sandwiches and our mason jars of Kool-Aid. Soon our stomachs started to groan in hunger. A shiny diner appeared up ahead and we begged Johnny's parents to stop. Looking back, I'm not quite sure what made them ignore their sense of the likely reaction we'd all face. I think the accumulated indignities of racism had finally got to them. It was absurd not to be able to eat the same food at the same time in the same place with white folks. I think they just momentarily snapped. Well, at least his mother did. His father knew all too well the price he might pay for offending the white world with something as simple as his voice. His pleasing baritone was a threat to the tenure of the times. That's why he stayed behind in the car while Johnny and I and his mother took a chance that just this one time, some white person might be kind enough to treat us like human beings. We don't serve niggers here. He didn't yell. His eyes were cold, but his words were dry and matter of fact. He spoke them the way you might tell someone they'd reached the wrong number. But for me, they altered the shape of my universe. Even if we were good niggers, we were still niggers. That is why, when I preach, I can never say good Samaritan, as though the distinction between a good and bad Samaritan, like the one between a good and bad nigger, rests on anything except what the larger world deems good, that is, subservient. The strength of the adjective had no way of modifying the vulnerability of the noun. Blackness could never be good in a way that could help black folk because a nigger could never be of any service to himself if he were busy living down to expectations. It was a wash from the start. If you accepted the term nigger, no speech or grammar could rescue you. Johnny's mama, a beautiful high yellow woman, grabbed our hands and yanked us back out the door faster than we could walk. What's a nigger? Johnny asked. What's a nigger? I had never heard the word either. I lived in a world where blackness poured over us like warm molasses and filled our ears with affection, where black love didn't have to be spoken to be felt. But I knew when the spell was broken and we were hurled into a parallel universe of quiet hate. What's a nigger? Johnny asked the third time. In that instant, I knew exactly what it meant. It was a tidal wave of foul water crashing down on me, staining me, choking me, and pulling me out to the point of no return. I knew it was a condemnation, not just of me and Johnny and his mama, but of every black person I loved, the ones I didn't like, the ones I didn't know, the ones I would never know. In that moment, my mouth filled with the taste of hate beyond anything my parents or any adult in my life could fix. Surely you won't judge me, beloved. And please don't make a silly false equivalence between us. Some of you white folk claim that black folk are racist too when they use epithets like honky, redneck, cracker, ofe, gray boy, and the like. But you know that's a lie, and I'll tell you why a little later. Please do, so I can read it why. Because if I am racist, everybody get your ass up and get out of here. On the power of me being a racist. All the power like y'all got can determine who gonna live where, who gonna work where, who gonna get medical treatment and who ain't. All that bullshit. Yeah. So he's gonna tell us about that a little later, but I digress. White people, don't be taken aback by the wash of hatred over my pre-adolescent mind. Can you blame me? I was 7 years old, a 7-year-old child, feeling the weight of the white world's hate crushing my precious soul. There was no Benjamin Spock to explain the trauma I endured as a grade school victim of hate. There was no Gene Piggott to explain the impact of utter revulsion on my cognitive development. I would quickly learn how others of my race fended off your grave assault. A famous black leader told me how he and his young adult peers would rifle through the obituary section in the white papers and gleefully proclaim another cracker gone. I heard church going folk who love the Lord sanctify their rage with a holy profanity at your barbarous mistreatment or murder of us. Goddamn crackers, motherfucking honky ass ofays, fuck all them redneck peckerwoods. What's a nigger, mommy? Johnny asked for the last time in utter exasperation. His mama knelt down between us, her eyes level with ours, still holding our hands. Don't tell your daddy, she said to Johnny. She turned to me. Promise you won't tell Michael. And promise you won't tell your daddy when we get back. Both of you, promise. We promised. We stood there and swore the oath of secrecy that too many mothers and children of my era were compelled to swear. I knew from her worried eyes, her tight lips, her urgent tone, and her painful grip on my hand that this moment, this word, in this context could never pass from my mouth to my father's ears, even as it echoed in mine. When my father died in 1981 at the age of 66, I had not broken my promise. He kept that his whole life. Nigger. I don't remember what lie Johnny's mother told her husband about why we didn't bring back any food. I do remember that she didn't want me to tell my father what happened because that knowledge, the knowledge that his son, his family was in danger, was a black man's kryptonite. Men like Johnny's father and mine were still young enough and full enough of dreams inspired by the North's meager but real freedoms that the treatment of black people in the South could lead them to act, as Southerners would say, foolishly, with their scare asses. The danger was always there. Even small gestures like being dismissed or disrespected or scorned made a black man taste his bitter limits, forced to be less than they were, to be less than men, to witness the white man's silly insistence that they eat from a different lunch counter. It all might suddenly be too much to bear. A man might snap at the awareness that he couldn't even protect his own family. Not really, not like white men. For a black man, the knowledge that his son and his loved ones had just been called nigger could turn swiftly to calamity. Now that's a man. I'm just saying. Long live black men. I entered a dark room of knowing when Johnny's mama swore me to silence. I entered a dark room of knowing when Johnny's mama swore me to silence. Because then his peripheral, his third eye started picking up racism on cue. He could feel it sneaking up behind him. Yep, he could smell it. I digress though. I began to realize that a word alone could sap my father of his powers. It could rip the cape off his manhood, and he could no longer be his family's Superman like all good daddies deserve to be. It was not because he couldn't leap tall buildings in a single bound. That was easy. I'd seen him jump the tall homemade doghouse in our backyard in pursuit of a huge rat that threatened to bite us as we played. It was not because he was not more powerful than a locomotive. My father's nickname was Muscles. It was because there was one thing that Superman did that my father couldn't do. And while I didn't know it, I sensed it even then. While I still believed in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, my father wasn't faster than a speeding bullet or more powerful than a noose. In that moment, I inherited black intuition, a sense about the world that outpaced my knowledge of it. It was black intuition that, in retrospect, was inevitable because all black people get it at one time or another. It's passed down from generation to generation in the cellular memory of our vulnerable black bodies. Didn't I just tell y'all that Anthony Browder, our brother from the west side of Chicago, I stuck something in my foot, from the west side of Chicago, he was an archaeological excavator. He told us that them geneticists discovered, honey, that you, black person, you got DNA memory. Your DNA got memory going back to 30,000 years because of what your ancestors done been through. And my ancestors, I digress. Here it is, right here in the book. I gotta read it again. Where is it? Let me find it. Let me find it. It was black intuition that, in retrospect, was inevitable because all black people get it at one time or another. It's passed down from generation to generation in the cellular memory of our vulnerable black bodies. In the cellular memory. Your DNA memory, I was trying to explain and talk about. See, we're on the right path. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You where you're supposed to be at. I hope you is. If any of this is resonating with you, then you where you're supposed to be. If any of this is irritating you, if I'm irritating you, the reasoning, the reading irritating you, the way I'm giving it and reading and stuff, you know, all she too that bitch shit drunk over there. What's going on with it and stuff? Then it's irritating you. You ain't ready for it yet. You're supposed to be over there with sister right now. And you know, yeah, come back here. I'm just saying, I know I'm where I'm supposed to be at. Maybe it's just confirmation for me. I don't know, but just use your discernment. You got black intuition. If you black, ain't nobody else got black intuition. All the motherfucking faking they doing, every goddamn body finna step up and be a little bit of black. They ain't got no black intuition. Cause that motherfucking asses did here, they would know. You can't even replace this. You can't replace this. You can't replace this. You can't remake this. You can't. I'm just saying. But yeah. I got my innocence snatched from me with one word, more abruptly and years earlier than white children lose theirs. And for all that, my own story is specific. And for all that my own story is specific, it is the opposite of unique. Nigger. That one word. I know you recall that its use. He talking to white America. Don't forget, this is a sermon to white people. He ain't just reading in general. He reading this as a sermon to white America. A sermon to white America, motherfucking ass. Nigger. That one word. White people, I know you recall that it's used. I know you have never used the word yourself, or at least almost never. You may admit, however, that unfortunately, some of your kin have used it, especially the unlettered ones with their ignorant asses, or the previous ignorant generation. You know the ones. It's mortifying, isn't it? White folks, I know you hate its use in polite white company. You may even have called out a friend who used it. You think nigger is a linguistic fossil. It belongs in the museum next to the Confederate flag, and the Confederate flag ain't in no museum, honey. They motherfucking ass got it right out there on the back of that truck somewhere out there. Yep. You watch the documentaries and docudramas about O.J. Simpson and his infamous murder trial. White folk, you nod your head in agreement with the plea of black prosecutor Chris Darden that the court not air a recording of racist white cop Mark Furman using nigger because it is the filthiest, dirtiest, nastiest word in the English language, and it will upset the black jurors. Of course, you overlook or ignore how, as Darden speaks, the camera zooms in on Simpson's handsome face. His furrowed brow and impish smirk suggesting a nigger please response to Darden's declaration. Yeah, you get that. So OJ, I didn't watch the trial. OJ was looking like this at Darden while he over there disrespecting him and stuff. And OJ got the look on his face like, nigga, please. However, the camera's over there zooming in on Simpson while he looking at Darden thinking that and stuff. Honey, these white folks and stuff, get your ass away from them. Time to separate. It's good enough for us, for me, that we all on the planet together. That's good enough for us. That's going to have to do. That's going to have to suffice. If that ain't good enough for you and stuff, then, hey, it's on you. But this planet is big enough for everybody. It's big enough for everybody. You are proud of your principal stand against the use of hateful language, white folks. Yeah. What it said, white folks, you are proud of your principal stand against the use of hateful language. If the word must be referenced, it needs to be verbally castrated, stripped of its hostile spelling, and snipped into harmless abbreviation. Nigger limps into the N word. Yeah, everybody saying it now, the N word. You took the N word. You said the N word. Everybody saying the N. Now everybody's scared. We don't say nigger around here. You say the N word. Yeah. That old bullshit. My Lord, how can you contort language? My God, how we demand that you do? White folk, you bend over backwards grammatically to avoid the appearance that you, for one moment, tolerate bigotry. Yet, the bigotry the word refers to remains in place. It is understandable that many of y'all cannot say that word, at least not in public, and never in front of black folk because you feel funny. So you don't say it in front of us. It ain't that you can't say it. It's that you feel some type of way to say it in front of us or in public. So you can't say it then. But when you get to yourself and your own, oh, yeah, y'all go all out with it. I know white folks, you do. They do. They go all out with it. Yeah. And those of y'all that's got white folks in your family, you done mingled and married and got businesses and stuff here. It ain't talking about they motherfucking ass. It's talking about they damn family and friends and shit. Folks that your black ass don't know. You might go over Sabrina's house. And the same way Sabrina walk in your house without knocking and stuff, I'm pretty sure your black ass knock, because that's why our mama taught us to knock on anybody goddamn door. Knock on the door before you go in there. But I'm just saying, maybe you walk on in Sabrina's house too. Maybe you do. But I bet you your black ass ain't over her auntie house looking through the attic and looking through the basement and shit. I bet you your ass ain't over her grandmama's house looking through shit like her ass over your house, probing through everything, all in the medicine cabinet, in the drawers and the closets and shit, looking under the sinks and shit like that. Know where every goddamn thing your ass got in your house. Just go in the refrigerator, get a glass of water. Don't even ask no shit. I'm just motherfucking saying shit. That's y'all motherfucking ass don't want to notice nothing. So nigger limps into the N word. My Lord, how you contort language. My God, how we demand that you do. You bend over backwards. You bend over backward grammatically to avoid the appearance that you for one moment tolerate bigotry. Yet the bigotry the word refers to remains in place. It is understandable that many of you cannot say that word, at least not in public, and never in front of black folk. We have made it clear, well, at least most of us, that we find it unacceptable for white folk to say it under any conditions. But despite all your effort and care, the word is still out there, still wreaking havoc, even when it's not being spoken. Because white folks ain't taught their kids that. No, white folks motherfucking ass as hell. They resigned themselves to not saying it. Yeah. They might have taught them kids that when they were younger. But when them kids got up a little age and stuff and said, no, that's what we do. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to be like Uncle Bob and I'm going to do it too. And white women be like, well, all right then. And whether he's 3, whether his motherfucking ass is 3 years old, 7 years old, 13 years old, she just like, all right then. Well, all right, Johnny. Yeah, shit. Don't sit there and believe that bullshit that they put all they effort into eradicating racism. Them son of a bitches ain't done nothing to eradicate racism. Hell, that's still they goddamn sons, cousins, brothers, husbands, nephews that's out there. Shh. Fuck the dumb shit. But I digress. Nigger condenses the history of hate and the culture of violence against black people, black folk. When white folks say the word, they bridge the gap between themselves and the hateful history it reflects. That's why they don't want to say it. It links verbal and physical violence. When they say it, yep. Now they saying it so much, you know, that they don't want to link that right there. Everybody saying, yeah, you my nigga, you my nigga. But some white folks know. Yeah, they just waiting on it to get to that point where, you know, it's not harmful. It's not pointing at them anymore. It's not harmful towards them. It ain't pointing at them no more. But that ain't gonna happen. Nope. The term is also a form of moral violence. It has to do with the intentions of white folks when they hurl that word in our presence, Beloved, I'm not arguing that there is evil magic in white lips to call down violence with words. The word nigger has such fantastically evil resonance because there's a kind of moral omnopotopia. Omnopotopia. Oh shit, we got a new word. Omnopotopia. Onomatopoeia. Omnotopia. Onomotopia. Because there's a kind of moral onomatopoeia at work. Nigger is a word that comes as close to any to suggesting the racial violence that it describes. Nigger says lynching, castration, rape, rioting, intellectual inferiority, Jim Crow, second-class citizenship, bad schools, poor neighborhoods, police brutality, racial terror, mass incarceration, many more. Yeah, all of those. When they say nigger, that's what they're saying. So why you, oh my nigga? Was it said with the hard R? What the fuck does that matter? See, your black ass is always looking for an excuse. Always looking for an excuse. It's just telling you what the word standing for. Like if they did, oh my nigga, give me some doubt. It don't stand for lynching. It don't stand for rape and castration. You know what the origin of the word is. You're going to have to wait a minute. I don't know who's streaming and stuff, honey. But let me look at this one the right fast. Because now, where my sage at? Where's my motherfucking sage? Hold on, y'all. I'm just going to peek out the patio. I'm going to set this sage out here on the porch somewhere. Let me get my headset back too. I'm waiting for the have this shit around here. That's it. Room. That's it at night. Who's screaming like that? Yes, honey. Ooh, y'all, I am so late reading. Let me put his ass in this thing right here. You get on in here. You know you ain't gonna be rolling around in here. Honey, the ambulance outside. I don't know what's gonna happen to somebody. I hope they be all right. But the ambulance is outside. Yes. Taking somebody done on a Tuesday night. It was playing at me. I hope everybody all right. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this. I'm not gonna keep us all night and stuff because I done went off and talking and stuff, honey. But we're gonna finish a little bit here, at least this part right here. So just because they might say nigga with the soft I guess, it's still the same origin. It's what word it is. Don't be no fool and no dummy. Nigger has no rival. Just it's a boundary now. The same way you just no, don't call me no bitch. Bitch, you crazy. No, don't call me no bitch. Now we can joke around stuff, but no, don't be doing me like that. You might do that with sister and them and stuff, but not with me, you ain't. So it's the same way. No, we won't say nigga no more. You can't say it, my partner. You can't say it now. You say partner or something, bro or some shit. I don't know. But nigger, nah, my nigga. Nah, stop that bullshit. Nigger has no rival. There is no rough or refined equivalence between the term and the many derisive references to white folks. Yeah, they know what it is. Those terms don't evoke singularly gruesome actions. Nigger is unique because the menace it implies is portable. It shows up wherever a white tongue is willing to suggest intimidation and destruction. There are no examples of black folk killing white people en masse, terrorizing them with racial violence, shouting cracker as they lynch them from trees, and then selling postcards to document their colossal crimes. Black folk have not enjoyed the protection of the state to carry out such misdeeds. White folks have. Yes, honey, white folks have protection of the state, all of the motherfucking states. We read racial violence in Kentucky, 1865 to 1940, then racial violence in the United States. We're gonna read probably here these books on every state that it was done in. So that's not to say it's isolated to a certain area, because it wasn't. The state, in fact, rendered black folk even more vulnerable. White racism was the government's science project. Bigotry was its nightly homework. Evil flashed a white face in a terrorizing crackerossi. Yeah, crackerossi. Ooh, that remind me of SETI, and everybody ain't ready for SETI. Yep. Evil flashed a white face in a terrorizing crackerossi. Crackerocracy. 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 An exuberantly diabolic band of proud haters of black culture composed of the Klan, the White Citizens Council, neo-Confederate outfits, white nationalist groups, and the legions of unaffiliated fellow travelers. Their mottos differ, but nigger is the rallying cry for all of them. We must effectively respond in our day to the ugly persistence of racism, even if its form has changed. So what are you supposed to do? My friends, white folks, what I need you to do, just for starters, is not yet, not first. First, I need you to see. I need you to see the pains and possibilities of black life, its virtues and vices, its strengths and weaknesses, its yeses and nos. I need you to see how the cantankerous varieties of black identity have been distorted by seeing black folk collectively as the nigger. It is not a question of simply saying nigger. You have to stop believing, no matter what, that black folk are niggers and all the term represents. Instead, white folks, you must swim in the vast ocean of blackness and then realize you have been buoyed all along on its sustaining views of democracy. What would this nation be without the efforts of Frederick Douglass and Martin Luther King Jr. to make it behave according to its ideals? What would it be had not Diane Nash and Fannie Lou Hamer given their all to quench the fires of hate? White people, you must not only deal with familiar black persons, but with blackness per se, with blackness as a moral art, with blackness as history and culture, with simple yet profound black humanity. White folks, white people, you may discover after all that we, black and white, are far more alike than you suspected or feared. Your fear that we are just alike may cause you to at first to doubt, but then defensively to embrace the lie of black inferiority your people have practiced from the start of our experiment in democracy. I think of how the nigger crawled from the newly forming white imagination as a denial of everything that was enlightened and human. I also think about how Frankenstein is the name of the scientist and not the monster, but the monster soon came to be identified by his inventor's name. Whiteness is the same way. Whiteness in the same way may be the true nigger, stitching together a warped reflection of yourself, white people. Each piece a rejected part of your own body. The creation is made from you, not just by you, a despised version of all your imperfections. You motherfucker. See, they projected everything on us. You son of a bitches did, yep. Like the monster Frankenstein, the nigger is kept inanimate by much of the white, is kept animate, like animated, as much by the white fear of becoming, or in a manner of always having been, the thing that it hates most, as by a competing fear that it should lose control of a part of itself. Yes, a black part, and a despised part too. The loss of control is glimpsed in the black desire to be anything except the nigger that whiteness has made black folks out to be. White folks, yet many of y'all, beloved, honestly, it may be most of y'all motherfucking asses, pretend not to know any of this. It may that you don't know many of us. You got 1, 2, perhaps 3 really good black friends. Maybe you're not pretending. Maybe you don't know because you don't want to know. Maybe it's worse. You don't have to know. Your life ain't dependent like ours has on knowing what the other likes or dislikes. Black folk have had to know white culture inside and out. We know what coffee you like, what mood you in, whether you'll be nasty or nice to us on the subway. We know just by how you glance at us as you interview us if we'll get that job. We know the fear you feel when we get on the elevator, so we whistle Vivaldi or the Andy Griffith theme song to put your motherfucking ass at ease. Right now, we goddamn it singing good times. Fuck they motherfucking ass. Although, just to spook you, we sometimes ask the black person we're with how he's adjusting to life after being locked up for murder for the last 20 years. We know the way you clench your white girlfriend a bit tighter when our virility marches up on you unannounced and the woman on your arm, you fear will want on the arm. We know the way you clench your white girlfriend a bit tighter when our virility marches up on you unannounced and the woman on your arm. You fear will want to be in our arms, so we act less threatening. We have to know as much as we can know about you just to keep you from wrecking our lives because you had a motherfucking bad day. White folks, white people, we have to know all we can know about you to keep you from firing us or gentrifying our communities and shipping our asses to the outer perimeters of hell. As a creator of a bad racial allegory, you have all of Dante's rage, but none of his poetry. And we're going to stop right there. And tomorrow we will start at the new year. And I thank y'all so much. I did not mean to go off like that and stuff, all left. And I swear we were following the drunkard's path of the slaves. Yep. And when the slaves was escaping, the blankets would tell. If the family seen a blanket out there and it had the bear paws, that means they're going to travel the bear paws while they're escaping slavery because they'll find water, berries, and nuts, stuff like that, edible stuff you can eat if they follow the bear's path. Now, if they follow the drunken path, if they see a blanket hanging on a tree or on the back door or a clothesline or something, whatever, then that right there is letting them know we're going to follow the drunkard's path because the drunkard's path is like stumbling. So that way, anybody that's following them, they'll be so mixed up and shit. Here they don't want to know. They won't know where the fuck they going here. Goddamn ass end up in the backyard of the mansion. I'm just saying the plantation house. But yeah, so yeah, that's what that was about and stuff. And that's true. Yeah, that is so true, honey. If I got to braid hair, I'm going to be braiding some of the slave wraps. Yep. And it's a shame because there really ain't that many trees like it used to be and stuff that our ancestors ran through and stuff. Larry! Good day, my brother, it's good to see you. It is so good to see you. I'm going to keep doing it and stuff because this is what we got to do. Yep. I know that's right. Yep. We are the originals of the land. That's why everybody else can go too. Yep. Instead of being, yep, you sure right. That's what they do. Instead of being in their space, all in our face, show is behind. Get in my face, they ask for the motherfucking hear what they need to hear. We ain't finna sit up here and talk about nothing. Nobody. We finna talk about. Yeah. Yeah, we can be cordial at first and stuff, but yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, okay, let me tell you what's going on. And let their ass have it. Let their motherfucking ass, that's what's going on. Yeah, now I can live and let live. But I ain't finna be making no small talk with nobody, not with us, not with them, not with other groups of people either. I ain't got no time for no small talk. Yep, we sit down and have, yeah, it's a nice day. The weather is beautiful, yeah. And after that, you want to still talk? Yeah, we going to be talking, all right. Sure is, because it's time for your ass to learn some things. You going to know, don't even come my way. No, we ain't finna be over here talking about no goddamn games and stuff and the new purses that they done came out with and shit. I seen they got some more purses out. If them motherfuckers, any goddamn body got some purses, some white folks, other groups of people got purses out, I don't give a damn if them motherfuckers is $250, which is a whole lot cheaper than what y'all were paying for them Hermes bags. Hermes, Hermes. You know, them bags like $38,000 and stuff. But $250, your ass better pay $20 for a bag and that's it. Go get them bags from sister and stuff. Start wearing black folk stuff. I don't even wear nobody's shit. I wear my own shit. Fuck the dumb shit. You can't give me nobody else stuff to wear. If it ain't my sisters and my brothers, I don't want a motherfucking thing on me. Fuck that bullshit. I'm just saying, go spend your money with your people. Hell, now's the time. Shit, you ain't got to be scared when you go outside and wear it when you go outside because you got sister purse on. And you know it's got all the blackness on it and stuff, nothing but greatness. What you going to be embarrassed about this shit? Hell, white folks want that bag. But hell, that ain't going to look right on her white ass. I don't know now. Here, you might see them with braids in their hair and stuff. I don't know. I'm just saying, for me and you, we can go get it and have it and stuff. And it looks fine. It looks perfect. That's what you're supposed to be wearing. I'm just saying. But I love y'all. We ain't even going to do no gratitude and songs tonight because you already know. Keep your gratitude and keep a song in your heart. Same way they want your ass singing Andy Griffith, that old funk-ass song. Fuck that shit. Sing good times. Sing motherfucking good times. But I love y'all. To life and afterlife. And, you know, yeah, I see you tomorrow at 12. We'll read us some more Powernomics. Try to catch up with that and stuff because we got work to do. I don't know what these people plan on doing about this man and stuff, but if we finna get our black political party, we need to get to chapter 7. Chapter 7. We're going to crash that motherfucking political vulture. I know then y'all still talking about we're going to stay on the Republicans and the Democrats. Stay on it for now till we get our party started. When we get our black political party started, because hell, I really am like, fuck it, crash the whole goddamn bird. But our people got a demand for reparations. I know. Reparations is motherfucking old. It's a debt that's old. And I know sure as I'm sitting here talking to y'all that white folks got this whole new currency coming, a cashless society. They're going to tell y'all black asses that this new currency, this cashless society ain't got nothing to do with the debt for reparations being paid. So no, we're not going to honor that demand to pay reparations because we don't have cash money no more. We ain't working with them metrics no more. You know, like your biometrics might be like your fingerprints and stuff like that. And the money is like a currency. It's a different print. Well, we ain't working with that no more. And they're going to tell y'all that they not doing it. So I'm just saying, you know, yeah, you should have been had your black political party. But that's all right because we're doing it now. And the mercy is with you. Cosmic energy is with you. Mother Gaia is with you. So it ain't too late. Even if it's right at that last 58, 59 second mark, when it fall through, it come through for you. Everything click. Everything click for you. It might be at that last moment. Just don't give up. Just do not give up, honey, because if you do, you don't know when it's going to come back around for us. You know, and and set up and let they motherfucking ass know, hey, don't burn no more motherfucking money. Now, y'all motherfucking ass, you done faked us out and lied to us and denied to us and manifested goddamn destiny and what is it, Benin neglected us and shit. Don't burn no more goddamn money. Save that money, the building, the machines and shit. We'll have the cash money. Because I don't want to be a part of y'all motherfucking cashless society. Now, I think Dr. Ray Higgins, he do got a blueprint for us to get out of some of the shit that they got going and stuff, like that shot and shit, that jab, the jabber. Yeah, don't let them do that shit to you no more, because that's coming up too. It's going to be a new jabber going around. I don't give a damn if it's just going to be a little tiny poke. You know, if they use that little bitty needle that they take that little blood with right there, don't let them do none of that shit with you this come around. Shit, go get your ass some lemons and some sarsaparilla and some thyme and sage and get you some garlic and ginger and stuff and work on yourself. Go get in touch with Dr. Yaki, Dr. Bruce Price. There's a couple of them out there. And let them help you and stuff so you ain't got to get your ass on all the medicines and shit. And then you can't get off of them. Don't stop that shit. Talking about face said drink garlic. All right, now. I said get in touch with Dr. Yaki and let him help you wing the right way so you can get off all that medicine and shit. Hell, don't your ass fall out in the goddamn store and did the face said drink garlic. I'm just saying. But I love y'all to life and afterlife, and I'll see you on the next page.